One of the things that I want to talk to you about is the JFK files. And one of the things that you said was that if they showed you what they showed me, this was...
He's gonna quote what I told you guys this for almost a year now. If you saw what I saw, you wouldn't declassify it either. All right, you know what? Let's just play the video. I don't want to interrupt. Let's play the video in full, and then I'll respond after.
Was your quote? You wouldn't want people to know it either.
So I opened them up partially. I was met from good people. I mean, good people. People that were well-meaning. Mike Pompeo was one of them. He's a good person. They called me. They said, "Sir, would rather have you not." And I did open them. But I was asked by some people not to open them. There's a Martin Luther King file, too, by the way, that they'd like to see. I don't know if you know, but there is that. But JFK in particular. So they called me, a lot of good people called me, people that that you would find reasonable people. And they asked me not to do it. So I said, well, we'll close it for another time. But if I win, I'm going to open them up. I'm just going to open enough time.
Why didn't you open it up the first time?
Because a lot of times...
What was the hesitation, though?
Addresses, people that are still living. There are people that are affected. And there could be some national security reason that I don't have to necessarily know about. But some very good, talented people asked me not to do it. I opened it up, and then they said, would it be possible for us to do that a different day?
How much of it did you read into?
I think it's going to be just fine to open it. Let me put it that way. I think it's fine.
There's a reason why he didn't do it right there and then when he had it opened.
Pull up Mike Pompeo real quick on the Wikipedia for the audience so they know who this guy is. On the side, please, Bills. We can keep playing the clip.
Whenever you drop a secret or information about somebody behind the scenes, people are actively involved with that in real time. So whenever you drop that secret, people are affected whether you like it or not. So I see why he didn't do it right away. But even though it's right, he's not answering directly. He's kind of like, well, it must be bad, bro. It must be really, really bad.
Let's we'll play the clip and yeah.
It's going to be time. It's a cleansing. It's really a cleansing. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it immediately, almost immediately upon entering office.
Well, the thing, when people look at it from the outside and you sort of imagine what could be a reason why they would not release those files, it would be there's people that were implicated in the assassination.
Yeah. Well, when there are living people, you generally tend not to want to do it. When people are still living.
Yeah. Living people that formerly work for the government.
For the government, and living people that were somehow involved in it, and you tend not to do that. But it's time to open them. I can't tell you whether or not they're going to find anything of interest. And I did partially open. I think I've opened 50%, but I was asked not to do it, and I thought that was a reasonable ask. But now I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it very soon. There's a lot of interest in it.
One of the things that
there's a lot of interest in the people coming from space,
Yes.
And I know you're interested in that.
Oh, very interested in that. How much did they tell you about that?
A lot.
Really?
Yeah.
What did they tell you? How much can you tell?
So
how's that work? Is it like super top secret?
I can tell,
Tell me.
Well, based on Hunter Biden, I can say whatever the hell I want, right? But no. But I interviewed a few people. It's never been my thing, I have to be honest. I have never been a believer. I have people that Area 51 or whatever it is. I think it's the #1 tourist attraction in the whole country or something. Area 51 in Las Vegas. Do you know that, right?
Sure, I know what it is.
So anyway, but it's a big tourist thing. So I interviewed jet pilots that say they saw something. If you saw them, you'd love to have them as
I've had a couple in here. Commander David Fravor.
Yeah.
I had him in, who had that sighting in 2004. Very, very compelling with video evidence, radar evidence. Ryan Graves.
I don't believe his name, but I interviewed jet pilots that were solid people. Perfect. I mean, great pilots, great everything. And they said, we saw things, sir, that were very strange. Like a round ball, but it wasn't a comet or a meteor. It was something. And it was going 4 times faster than an F-22, which is a very fast plane.
Damn.
And it was round. which is in theory a great shape.
So when you were talking to these people, was this something that you were compelled to have conversations
No.
about? Was this your personal interest?
A little bit. It's not a great interest for me, but it's a little interest. I get that question as much as almost any question. Do you think that we have aliens coming, flying around or whatever?
What do you think?
There's no reason not to. I mean, there's no reason not to think that Mars and all these planets don't have life, because
Mars, we've had probes there and rovers, and I don't think there's any life there.
Well, maybe it's life that we don't know, but
maybe there was life there at one point in time. This is the speculation about Mars, that Mars had an atmosphere at one point in time, a long time ago, that could support life. It also had large bodies of water, but we've had no evidence of even bacterial life that exists on Mars. But the universe is pretty vast.
It's not been a big thing for me. I mean, when I looked at what China did to this, they would have never done it with me, where they put the balloon up, and a lot of people thought for a little while that was one of these things. So,
that's a lot of the speculation too, that some of these drones that hover over battleships, that these are Chinese drones, and that they're not UFOs.
They could be also.
There's some super sophisticated.
But I did interview, let's say 3 or 4 guys and without tremendous interest, if you had them. As I said, you'd love to have them as your children. Solid, beautiful people. They said, "Sir, there's something there."
There's something there.
Said it, yeah.
Yeah, I've talked to quite a few of them.
They're not conspiracy guys.
Well, I mean, just the Commander David Fravor thing in 2004 off the coast of San Diego, they clocked that thing going from 50,000 feet above sea level to 50 in a second.
Yeah.
They don't know what it is.
That's tough to beat.
Yeah, they saw something in the water. It was hovering over that something that was making a disturbance in the water. They got video evidence of this thing. The 2 different fighter jets with pilots in them saw it. There's, visual evidence, photographic evidence, video evidence, radar evidence. Whatever the hell it is, it moves in a way that would turn a human being into jello if they were inside of it. The G-force, no one would survive.
Oh,
so what is that? And it doesn't have a heat signature. They don't know what their propulsion system was. But
when you fly in some of these jets, these pilots have to be in great shape.
Oh, yeah. I flew with the Blue Angels once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to fly. I guess it's an FA-18.
And those are older machines.
And they're crazy.
When you fly in some of these things,
oh my God,
amazing. Yeah, but
I can imagine.
You got to be special.
So, let me read the chats real quick, and then we'll kind of cover that, because there was many different things. The interview he's talking about, I saw actually with that fighter jet pilot. This is back way earlier in the year when they were having all this congressional testimony on aliens.
Do you believe in aliens?
I do think that there is life outside of the United States for sure. I said United States, outside of the planet Earth. Excuse me. So guys, quick word from our sponsor real fast. We don't mess around when it comes to leveling up, and that goes for your coffee too. If you're still drinking that sugary shit, you're already started your morning off wrong. 1775 Coffee's protein creamer is what real men use to start their day. 10 grams of whey protein per serving, designed to build muscle and boost metabolism. Most people are tossing whey protein into their coffee, but we took it a step further and made a creamer with whey protein already built in, no added sugar, just protein. They just dropped this protein creamer along with a whole new lineup. In addition to the classic dark and medium roast, you'll find new coffee pods and a brain-boosting mushroom blend that'll have you focused like a sniper locked in on CNN. Don't start your morning funding the woke mob and dumping garbage into your body. Do it right with 1775 Coffee. Use code FRESH to get 15% off. Guys, I'm drinking 1775 Coffee right now, man. As we walk it like we talk it over here, guys. And they got one that has a protein blend, man. So definitely go show them support. Shout out to 1775 Coffee.
Okay, if you believe in aliens, how would they look?
I don't know. I mean, Dr. What's his name, man? He described them about 4'10", hands. God damn it. Who is it? Someone in the chat's gonna tell me. Who was it? The guy that one of the best professionals when it comes to this. Someone in the chat. Doctor, I can't remember his name. He's been on Rogan. He was on PBD. No.
Lazar?
No.
I don't know.
I didn't mean outside. I meant the world. My bad, guys. Steve
Greer?
Yes, Dr. Stephen Greer. Thank you so much, Dr. Stephen Greer. He talked about it. What they are.
Chat, yeah.
Which I do still want to get him on. But
the topic of aliens, bro, is so
Can we
two-sided.
get Mike Pompeo on?
It's
Just real quick for the
either
audience.
you believe in it or
Wikipedia.
you don't, and then you might come up with ideas that you think is real from your experiences, or from what you heard. But it's more like, unless you actually see it yourself, are they really real? I think they're spirits, man. Be honest with you, the actual spirits.
So you don't think they're life form? You think there's something more divine?
I think it's more of a. Well, when I say spirit, I mean like it's a spirit of something out there. So, for example, the spirits were here before us, right? And we're here living on Earth as human beings with a spirit, of course. But they were here long before us, and they give us knowledge that we never had before. Because remember, the human mind can't think of anything new other than what is seen or known. So how do we create airplanes? How do we create all this technology that we never saw before? Unless someone told you how to create it. You know? That's my opinion.
I don't know what the hell you saying, nigga, but that's fine.
The chat gets it, man,
spirits.
hopefully.
No, they're confused too. But
Nah.
yeah, no, I do think that there's life outside of the planet Earth, and you know, Stephen Greer did describe them, and they've since like the 1950s, they've encountered them, and they've caught like apparently they've caught a couple of these aliens, and they have like biological matter. It's just that it's classified and we don't see it.
Yeah, of
So,
course.
We'll see what happens. But here's Mike Pompeo here, guys. Let's go back to the JFK situation real quick. Michael Richard Pompeo is an American politician who served in the administration of Donald Trump as director of the CIA from 2017 to 2018 and is the 70th United States Secretary of State from 2018 to 2021. He also served the United States House of Representatives from 2011 to 2017. So that's who basically told him, hey, man, you might not want to declassify this stuff. Look, man, we're on YouTube, so I'm not going to go too far into it, but I will say this. It implicates a certain state, okay? Because there's fingerprints all over the JFK assassination from this state and some other things as well that led to John F. Kennedy being assassinated. I did a whole podcast on this on Rumble, 4 hours long, where we cover why he was killed, who killed him, and how they killed him. All in detail. We named the shooters by fucking name, and trust me, it wasn't Oswald as you guys think it is.
Yeah.
Can we put the can we pull it up on Rumble? Type in JFK Rumble and show them the video. We won't show the video, but we'll show them like the thing, and we can put the link in there, and you guys can watch it on your own.
Also,
and you guys will see who really did the shit.
Trump is smart. That's why he didn't open up the files. You get it?
Yeah, he knows. He's like,
well,
when he says people are still alive, what he means by that is like this is going to create national security problems. Dude, everyone from JFK is pretty much dead.
Also,
There's no one alive.
He would have lost donors, respect in that community, and politics, because if he exposes what happened back then, a lot of are involved.
Facts.
So it would have ruined his chances
And
of
that
winning.
state is still here.
Yeah.
That state actually has nuclear weapons because so. They won't publicly acknowledge this for
why
certain
he's
reasons.
waiting till after the fact to open it after he wins.
Yeah, because
Smart.
he's a second term anyway.
Smart. Yeah.
So, yeah, bro, it's definitely there's a reason for that. And if you guys watch the episode, we literally go line by line, probably one of the most thorough breakdowns. It's 4 hours long, but the timestamps are there. Watch it. It was fucking mind blowing. But literally, with Corey Hughes, one of the best JFK researchers, we go line by line. What the fuck happened on that fateful day of November 22nd, 1963, and what led up to it?
Actually, I think it's time.
What?
For Rumble? To go all in? What do you think?
We can sit a little bit longer on YouTube.
All right.
But we are going to switch over to Rumble here, guys, soon.